What's up guys, Coach Albus here. Let's talk a little bit about that shoulder health. The last video we talked about axial rotations. In this video, we're going to dive right into improving your internal rotation at that shoulder in order to help you create a better working shoulder. So the setup is very simple. Either standing, sitting, or kneeling like I am. Doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. What does matter is that we're going to take half of our arm from the elbow to the shoulder and we're going to press it against the wall. The elbow should be almost at the height of your shoulder, and you can see that the rest of my arm here is perpendicular to the ground. So right there, I'm going to make sure that I zip up that jacket nice and tall and I snip some air into my rib cage so that nothing else moves but this cylinder here, right, as I internally rotate the shoulder. So what I'm showing you here, what I just did, right, was internally rotate my shoulder as far as I can, right, without feeling any pinching sensations in here. And once I achieve my active range of motion, then I'm going to take it into a passive stretch by putting my hand right above my wristwatch, wrapping it around my wrist, pressing down lightly until I realize that I'm stretching, starting to stretch all the stuff on the posterior side of my shoulder, that part of my shoulder. Once I feel that stretch, then I can just enjoy the stretch, melt into the stretch for about 2 minutes. For the purposes of this video, we're not going to do the whole 2 minutes, but we are going to go into that work that goes in after you do those 2 minutes. After you do those 2 minutes, we're going to go into a pales contraction. A pales contraction is going to be where my bottom arm is going to try to go in this direction while the top hand blocks its path, right? So I'm going to slowly press that bottom hand into that top hand with about 10% of my effort, and I'm going to slowly ramp up the intensity, 20%, 30%. That means I'm dialing up the volume. It's almost like I'm cranking up the volume slowly of my intensity of my arm driving up towards the ceiling while this top hand blocks the way. I'm going to feel all this tissue back here. It's going to start contracting in a lengthened state, and that's normal. And what I want to do is I want to do that for an indicated amount of time, whatever that is. Maybe you can start with 10 seconds. And from there, what we would do is after those 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it is, are done, we're going to go into a rails contraction. That means that the top hand stays where it is, the bottom hand is going to try to drive into more internal rotation, and I'm going to try to do this for another set amount of time. Maybe it's 10 seconds, maybe it's 20 seconds, whatever that set time is that's right for you. You're going to do that. Drive into internal rotation as much as you can for that indicated amount of time. Once that time is over, you're going to put your hand back on that wristwatch and you're just going to guide that arm. See if you have a little bit more internal rotation available to you. And as you can see from the beginning till now, I've achieved a little bit more internal rotation, and I've started strengthening that joint, that shoulder joint, in the process. Now, after everything is done, you can hold that stretch in the new zone for about 20 to 30 seconds. And you might ask yourself, why internal rotation? What is it good for? Well, some examples might be a pushing maneuver puts your arm or your shoulder in internal rotation in order to push for a bench press, push-up, pushing the door open. Those are all things that require internal rotation or adequate internal rotation. So if that joint does not have that prerequisite of strength in internal rotation, then guess what? Over time, those other activities could cause problems for that shoulder. Hope you guys found this video useful. Please like, share, comment, and let me know that this video was useful to you.
Smart. You don't never have to act like you're tough. Let me be the one to say that you're enough. Never let them tell you not, cause you are. Don't let them make you look dumb, cause